So we spoke a lot about what foreign investors are looking at India, thinking about India. But what is corporate mood right now? Mr. Shroff, you engage with so many of them. Are they really looking at more investments, and are they really looking at some sort of a change? How is the corporate mood at this point when it also comes to deal making?
So I think the mood up till October was clearly about getting back into the investment cycle. It's not moved to pessimism as yet. I think people are trying to work their way through the current sort of short-term pain. And therefore it should, the moment we see some of that pain relaxing, I think they will come back with the agenda. They need to invest. I think everybody wants to grow their companies. And that can't happen without getting back into an investment cycle.
So do you think that these fundamental sectors, the old economy companies, are they the ones who limp back to normalcy because they have seen pain for the last few years? And these are the big corporate houses who are invested in them, the usual capital intensive sectors. So do you think that they would be back up and running?
I think we see both traditional, sort of the big houses as you call them, as well as some of the new age economies. Both will be there for sure.
And which are the areas or sectors do you think would be the new age sectors and would really command good valuations and would be active?
I think a very broad range. India is a country with so many consumers, so many different social strata, and there are so many unmet needs. There's so much scope for entrepreneurship and innovation. So, I mean, the broad themes are, as I just mentioned some time back, infrastructure, healthcare, technology. But there's so much unmet demand that anybody with a good idea and good execution skills will find capital backing it, and you'll see growth there. India is poised for that.
So we did see a few transactions like Intas where Indian entrepreneurs have gone overseas and made a big transaction. Do you see more of that category of Indian promoters also evolving?
No,
some of the sectors?
I'm not seeing outbound as a big theme just now. I think it's much more about tapping opportunities in India. The outbound theme has come off for the time being, as far as I know.
And what do you have to say about the telecom sector?
There's some consolidation that needs to happen. There's a lot of quote-unquote disruption going there. So we'll see what 2017 has in store.
And which is one sector that you will most keenly be watching out for?
I think things related to technology. And within the broader sweep of that, I would count telecom as well. I know it's a sort of clubbing to disparate industries, but sort of more the new age economy.
And is there any sector that we haven't talked about in the on the deal street so much, but could start to become more active, which nobody has identified?
See, I can see activity happening in financial services as well. I mean, there's almost always an evergreen space. There's always some activity around capital coming into financial services because it has to feed the real economy. Do
you think that the foreign investors are comforted right now with the bankruptcy law which has come in? Do you think that the funds also, which are specialized in stressed asset funds, are now comforted to put in their money and probably take over companies?
So ironically, in my opinion, they are not planning to sort of invest and put capital to work only because of the bankruptcy code. I think it's a very important data point for them, but that's not what they're banking on. They're using the general atmosphere around stressed assets, and I think a lot of the capital in the short term, I mean, I'd say 2017-18, will still be done by bilateral deals.
All right.
If we think that a lot of capital will be put to work under the systems of the bankruptcy code, I don't think that's going to happen, because there's still too many unanswered questions over there. It's a good backgrounder for private deal activity.
All right. And do you think that it will be a much more calmer and a saner year and more productive year for corporate India? You think 2017?
What is wrong with 2016? A very sane year.
I think we've reported on all the wrong things rather than the real productive ones for 2016.
Yeah, that's what makes it very exciting.
Lawyers always make money. That's why you're saying that.
Lawyers always keep themselves intellectually happy. Whether they make money or not is a different question.
But in your area also competition is fierce.
Yeah, I mean, it's a question of maturing of the industry and profession, and when that happens, it gets fiercely competitive. But that's all good. I think service improves.
And there's room for everybody.
Of course.
All
of
right,
course, absolutely.
Mr. Shroff, thanks so much for spending
Pleasure.
time with us. Thanks for all the perspective on the deal street that you gave for 2017. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.